Good morning. It is Thursday, April the 30th, and today is technically, again, your electives day, but go ahead. I spent a considerable amount of time this week making sure that the Canvas gradebook is updated with there's 6 assignments in there total. 4 from previous weeks and 2 from this week. So the 4 from this week is what I base sending home progress reports on. So no, if you, what? Why didn't you get a progress report? It's because you need one. Just like we do when we're in school, I only send them home to the kids I have concerns about. So if you don't know how to check your grade book, just in Canvas, over on the left-hand side, there's a button that says grades, and you can click over there and see it. Now, remember, we aren't technically grading. Everything's complete or incomplete with feedback when possible. So just keep that in mind. Again, we're just sort of in a holding pattern, waiting until they make decisions on what we're going to do with this stuff. But as of right now, we're going to pass-fail, and that means you did it or you didn't do it. Didn't do it, fail. Did it, pass. It also means that some of you guys, I rejected some of your work and said you need to redo it. Doing it for the sake of getting it done is not the same as doing it so you can learn something. So, if you are getting feedback from me saying, sorry, I need you to do it again, it's really because I just expect more from you. And that's not a bad thing. Me having high expectations of you as students is not a bad thing. I care deeply about you and your futures, and it's what I just need you to do, okay? Second thing I have for you is IXL. One student emailed me or got in contact with me yesterday, and we figured out how to get her logged in and everything. So I have played around on it. It's definitely very engaging. Oh my God, so much better than Compass Learning or Edgenuity. So as of right now, again, we're only planning on using it as supplemental learning, but if you want to go around and work on it, please feel free. And then the third thing I want to talk about is digital footprint. So, I said I spent a good majority of my week contacting families or folks whose kids are not turning in work. And some of the response we got back was, I did it, but it didn't submit. Okay, so you might be able to pull that on some of your other teachers, you guys. This is Miss Nielsen, and Miss Nielsen is the tech wizard, right? And we've been using Canvas in my class all year, and that ship just is not going to sail with me. It's just not. So here's what I need you to understand. I actually made a meme about it. The Canvas didn't turn it in for me is the dog ate my homework, and I'm just not the one. Because Canvas has I can click on your name inside my gradebook on Canvas, and I can see exactly how much time you've spent inside of Canvas. I can drill down to the particular page or assignment, and I can tell if you've even touched the page. So some of the folks that were telling me, I swear I turned it in, it just didn't back it up, because you leave digital footprints everywhere you go on the internet, all right? So some of you guys were really like, how does Pear Deck know? Of course it leaves a digital footprint. You're logging in with your school Google, and it tells me your name when I'm looking at my analytics piece. So you have to trust the process, number one, that I am getting your information. But again, if you're pulling this, it didn't send, y'all know better than this. We've been doing this in my class all year long. You know how to submit an assignment. And there's only been one thing out of all the assignments that I've given you that required you to actually submit and type, and that was a Julius Caesar writing piece. There was a quiz, there was a Google form, and you did have to submit the Google form at the end. The Pear Decks didn't have to submit anything. You just needed to go into it and actually log in. Imagine that. So I just want to let y'all know. I think it's really, I'm laughing because it's kind of funny, because kids are kids. And I said that to a couple of parents. You guys are just, you're kids. But Miss Nielsen is pretty sharp, and y'all know that. So the chat window is not necessarily, I'll have it up and running, but I have a PLC meeting today, and I'm actually going to be doing some individual tutoring with some kids today, and I have postponed my advisory till today, just because I was just feeling tired and achy and grumpy yesterday, so I'm much better off today. All right, so you have until midnight on Sunday to get this work turned in before you go on the naughty list again, all right? I've already got my running naughty list, and as you guys are turning in work, if you owe me work, you are, I'm making notations, because that list has to go to Mr. Kelly every week, and then he starts calling families. So, all right. Have a great afternoon. I'm sorry the weather is so lousy. There was some storm last night, but, you know, we have to have some rain for things to grow beautiful, right?